the progression's really nice, you know, especially for like myself. I've never really used firearms, so to you know, just initially it just seemed so peculiar, and by the end, you know, that wasn't even the issue. It was more focusing outward, you know, getting to the gun and pulling the trigger, and the apparatus itself by the end wasn't a problem. So and the adrenaline came down too, to where you could manage that much better. Anyway, I thought it was cool.
Cool.
Well, I liked it. It was really helpful. I'd never thought about it. I thought about pulling a gun, but wasn't sure what I would do and how to react to it. And it just came to be more natural. Like I was saying, pulling a gun, you don't even see the gun when the guy's attacking you. I didn't even notice the gun in my hand. I mean, it was just something natural to feel.
It's again, you know, it's a scenario-based training. Moved you into the different scenarios that, even though you can practice that in your mind, putting it into practice, actual, you know, here and now, was great.
It's a real eye-opener because, you know, you still have to have your good gun handling skills. You have to have basic marksmanship, but that seems to take a smaller priority after you do this. You realize this is actually the bigger part of what you need to train on. You still have to have those things, but this is probably more important because you don't really get to those if you don't move through this. So I thought it was critical for anyone that's going to carry a firearm for sure.
Nice.
I think the anxiety before the scenario actually started was actually helpful too. I mean, the adrenaline part was pretty good, but just being already stressed out because you know something's coming versus a real life, I think it's going to happen that quickly. But it's nice to already be kind of stressed a little bit and see how you're going to react to that.
Yeah, I haven't shot a handgun in probably 15 years or so. So my feeling was stepping in and feeling the stress response and being in the middle of the situation, and actually then the handgun seems to just fall right into place. And it seems to be more about keeping your wits about you than it does about actually managing the firearms. So, and then the progression, the learning curve was just phenomenal.
Yeah, I said before, I'm a big believer in the adrenal stress training. It's great to be able to apply it to use of firearms. I'm newer to that than I am to the empty hand and weapons self-defense. So it was great, a great litmus test to find out what you can pull off, what you can't. It gives you a sort of a gauge for right now, can help direct your training, my training in the future, and but above all, show that you can pull things out when you need it.
The pinnacle for any special forces operative, shooting wise, is to be able to put accurate, controlled fire onto a hostile target in an unfavorable environment, and to see a mixed group of people in 3.5 hours that included people who not only don't own guns or may not ever want to own a gun, to be able to do just that just amazes me. And that's good training when you can take 3.5 hours what people spend their whole career, military careers, trying to achieve. That's good stuff.
Really like the kind of the module aspect of it, of, you know, building each step. If we were to try to jump into any of those at the end, you know, right off the bat, that'd be a tough thing for anybody. But, you know, I like how you kind of stair-stepped it, and it just made it a pretty smooth progression through.
With Greg, that the process of going through everything is huge, to start small and work your way up, not to just throw us into something. And as being a person who hasn't, you know, shot guns very often, to be able to do this class, I was a little concerned at the beginning. You know, I don't really know much about guns. Can I even do this class? And it was definitely appropriate for somebody who doesn't have gun experience. And it was definitely useful, and, you know, lowers that fear factor if you actually are in a situation either having a gun or having a gun pulled on you.
Now, the beginning, you know, I said I don't know if I could shoot somebody, but now, yeah, I could definitely, if I had to defend myself, I would definitely take it out and use it if I had to.
So, yeah, I had never used the gun before, never held a gun before, and I found this course very empowering, especially given my personal circumstances. So I think it's really great for anybody to take this, because you never know what kind of situation you might end up in.
Nice.